Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am actually going drag racing for the first time in like 4 years. And of course, the first time with the Phi-Tech itself. So I'm interested to see what it does. Of course, I want a personal best, but more importantly, I don't want to break anything. So I have confidence in the transmission and the drive shaft, even the axles, but not the diff itself, as it's still the stock 331 gears. And I just don't want to break that. You can see I did put the drag radials on. For those that don't know, they're a 295/55 R15. They're quite a bit taller, about 1.5 inches taller than my street tires, which are over there. Honestly, it's too tall of a tire. It actually brings my effective gear ratio down to like a 310. So I need more gear, but it's what I got, so we'll run it. I did not put the skinnies on the front because I just didn't have enough time. And speaking of time, I got to get out of here, so let's hope for the best. Too much. That guy is still going. What is he doing? Well, that track day did not go as planned. In fact, it was a bad day right from the start. So on the way down to the track, there was a motorhome that burned right to the ground. Sorry for them, and hopefully they're okay. But it took about 1.5 hours to get there. And it was like an hour in stop and go traffic, and I mean like stopped for a while. Bumper to bumper, no movement. And my engine overheated several times. Got up to like 214 degrees, which is far higher than the usual 183. So I had to pull over about 4 times to the side of the road, let it cool down, just to make sure it didn't do any damage to the engine. I'm not certain it didn't, but I don't see any evidence to say that it did do any damage. So it might be okay, but there is a problem. Got to the track, got through tech, and go to line up for my first pass there, and a couple cars ahead of me. Someone immediately blows their engine at the top end of the track. So, oil down, they had to clean that up. It took a while. Got to my first run, which you saw in the video. And so the idea was, hey, I got the sticky tires. I had 30 PSI in it, and which is obviously too high, but I figured, hey, it stuck before, why not try it? Anyways, I basically sidestepped the clutch and launched it from like 4,000 RPM or something, and it hit hard, and I heard a noise like a clunk, and I don't know if it was maybe the drive shaft again hitting the tunnel or not, but I wasn't sure if something broke or not, but immediately went up into tire spin, some bad spin. In fact, I thought something broke, like I lost a gear or something. Let off and then just finished off the pass to see what happened. But yeah, so we had a 253 60 foot, and as you saw, 1419 at 103 miles an hour. Run number 2, the idea was, okay, well, I'll lower the RPMs and try to let it out. basically tried to hit it hard again, and it didn't like it. It bogged. It sputtered and bucked and bounced and whatever. Just another terrible launch. This one was a 227 60 foot to a 1365 at 104. So I was like, okay, we got to slip the clutch. This isn't the launching isn't working. So on run number 3, we got. Well, I did it. So I slipped the clutch, but it was too much, and I didn't get into the throttle nearly enough. I thought I had a pretty good launch, but looking back at it, it wasn't. And the times tell that, because I had a 237 60 foot on that. But the rest of the pass was clean, all the way to a 1362 at 105.31. Other things that happened in the day, there was a motorcyclist that was right in front of me that fell off his bike and got a little injured, so hopefully he's okay. Oh no, the guy freaking fell off. And a person that I know, he had his 9-second Mustang, and he hit it right off the or off the two-step, and he may have busted an axle, but definitely blew out the water jackets and dumped all his fluid all over the track and took out the 60-foot timing beam. So, oh no! See that freaking Mustang ahead of us? Woo! As far as my car running, needs a driver mod because I didn't do well. I obviously need more gear. I knew that going in, but it's really showing up with this T56 because the third gear is now a 130 versus a 136 of before, and so I'm barely getting out a third on the top end, which is not helping. The mile an hour at 105.31 is down from my 106.99 that I got in my last time out with the 4-speed and a carburetor. So it suggests that I'm either down on power because of the transmission eating it up, which I kind of suspect is the case, or I'm heavier, which again because of the transmission, and I'm kind of expecting that's the case. So I think my power to weight ratio is not as good as it once was. I also think I would gain some mile an hour back by having a better launch and just a cleaner pass. But the conditions were good. I mean, the coals, it got as cold as 11 degrees Celsius, so the density altitude was probably the best I've raced in, or amongst the best at least. And yeah, it didn't mile an hour like I thought it would. I was hoping for 107. As for the Phytech, I can't comment at all on the launches because I botched them so terribly. But from second, third, and fourth, the AFRs were good. It didn't have any hiccups. The logs show about 12.5, 12.6, so it seemed to run clean. So I think the engine's making some power. I just think the rear wheel horsepower is a little down. So I'll need to take it to a dyno, which I don't know if I'll do it this year or next because I want to do some modifications to the intake. May or may not dyno it this year, and I also got to weigh it because I need to see how much heavier, if it is even heavier, with the new transmission. So sorry I didn't do very well at the drag strip, but we got out there for the first time in like 3 years, so at least we got out there. I'd like to get out there again and hopefully improve on this and just get some practice and get some runs and some experience. So like if you want to see any more videos in the future, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.